That's right, everybody. Title says it all. Zillow is trying to take your job, but I'm going to tell you why I'm not too worried about that. Let's dive in. All right, here we go. Let me open up this notebook so I can reference a few things that I noticed earlier. So, first of all, if you don't follow Nathan Cool, he does a lot of real estate video stuff. You should go check out his videos, but I'll be talking about something specifically that he was talking about as well. And that is how really the photo market is changing and how Zillow is changing. And Zillow is coming for all of our jobs. Now, I guess this is something you could be worried about because a lot of people are, but I'll tell you a little bit later on why I personally am not fearful of this change. All right, let's go. Boom. Number one thing we'll talk about is Zillow no longer is going to have the certified photographers program. A lot of us have been signed up to it. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't, maybe you didn't even know it was a thing, but it is a thing. There's a way you can get recognized by Zillow or recommended to agents that work with them. That is going away and no longer going to be a thing. Another thing is that they're kind of slowly pushing video back down to the bottom, and they're trying to resurface their 3D home tours or the 3D walkthrough tours, whatever you'd like to call them. They're actually trying to push that material again because it was kind of fruitful for them in the beginning of COVID. I personally don't think this is a smart move by them because I don't know a single person that actually enjoys them, and my order rate of those is bare minimum, but this is just another change that they're making to the platform or to the software, whatever you want to call it. So they're going to start trying to push 360 tours to the top and push video down to the bottom again. That's a bummer. And it seems the reason they're doing this is because they're joining forces with Showtime Plus. And that's just a virtual tour hosting platform, for lack of a better term. So now Zillow wants to host its own virtual tours instead of us hosting a virtual tour that links up with their site. They want it all integrated into the site. But that's not necessarily the biggest change you should be thinking about. The other big change is that they're debating on joining up with VRX Media, which is another huge kind of photo house that hires desperate photographers that they can pay as little as physically possible to go out and do this job for them so they can become the middlemen soaking up money in the process. We've seen literally hundreds of these things come and go over the past few years, and that's because that business model really is unsustainable. And I think even with Zillow partnering with them, it's still going to be an unsustainable model because quality just isn't there. There's a lot of reasons behind it. We've talked about this in past videos. I don't want to harp on too much about this information, but this is the biggest thing that is putting photographers in fret or worry right now. Because what this essentially means is that Zillow is going to be hiring its own photography team, for lack of a better term. So Zillow wants to recommend not only the agent you use and not only the person who does the floor plans and measurements, they also want to control the 360 tours and the videos and the photos going through their site. They want to be in control of everything, kind of making themselves a giant monopoly in the process. But that's a topic for a different day. We won't debate monopoly or non-monopoly yet. We'll continue on with the topic matter at hand and continue to that later on if that's something you're all interested in. Like, subscribe, comment down below, all that jazz. We'll keep rocking and rolling in the subject matter, and we're going to talk about why I am personally not afraid of this. And that's because Zillow doesn't know its own audience and never has. Zillow came out as a way for the regular people without MLS access to view homes that they would otherwise have no access to without an agent. Smart idea, right? Back then, they knew their clients. Their clients were people buying homes. Now, throughout their, I guess, however many years they've been around, they've slowly been trying to pivot to, instead of going after homeowners, going after the agents and the people listing these houses. Now, this could be a smart move, I guess, but I personally don't think it is because agents hate Zillow. They hate dealing with it. They hate everything about it. It is their least preferred platform of use, and every agent I know will send links from sites like Realtor. That's a more professional site for agents to use other than Zillow. So what I'm saying is that Zillow's main audience is still people searching for homes, not people selling homes. So I'm not really worried about Zillow hiring their own garbage photography team. They'll never be able to match what we do. And the one thing they'll definitely never be able to do is the client customer service that we provide. Now, all of my videos recently, I've been talking about this because it's your biggest standout point as a company, is the way you interact with your agents and clients and customers. Your customer service is paramount and not the movie company. See what I did there? Cheesy joke. Let's continue. Zillow can do anything they want. Like, they're trying to reach into our market because over the past year or 2 years, they've lost $880 million trying to flip houses. Because guess what? They didn't know that market either. Zillow keeps diving into markets and trying to push trends that they know absolutely nothing about. There's a reason 360 tours didn't really take off, even though they were already pushing them. And there's a reason that every idea Zillow has had other than marketing to people searching for homes that don't have MLS access, they've all failed. And that's because they just simply do not know their base demographic. They're trying to change who their base demographic is, and that's never going to work because that base demographic already does not like their platform. One of the main reasons is because Zillow actually has no legal obligation to be accurate in any way. Their estimates are not legal representations of an accurate listing price. Their square footage is not accurate. Nothing about the information they provide is accurate because the majority of it is computer-based algorithm. So they're not held to the same standard as the agent themselves presenting that if they're an actual realtor. Because realtors, with their nice little cute little pin, are held to a higher standard. They have to take a code of ethics course, or maybe it's not a course, just something they sign away. Either way, they specifically have to state that the entire time they are representing someone, they have that person's best interest in mind. Zillow does not have that, and that's why they're hated by agents. Well, should I say that's one of the main reasons they're hated by agents. They hate them for a lot more reasons. Another reason is because Zillow is really kind of a falling off platform. Like I mentioned before, Nathan Kuhl's video, he talks about it. They're just a basic database search program that has been around since the 70s, been around forever. This is nothing new. It's not new technology. They're constantly trying to reinvent their own wheel to stay relevant in today's market, and they're just not doing it. Where there's new companies like RESB AI who are kind of changing the way people can search for homes using AI. This is smart. It's technologically new and advanced, and I can definitely agree with Nathan on this topic matter that I believe companies like this are going to put Zillow out of business soon. Look at how much Redfin has fallen. Look at all of these other home search sites. Zillow is basically the only one left occupying at a high range. All the other ones have kind of fallen down. Now, I'm using AI in my other art. There's AI word generators for podcasts. AI is taking over every space. But it's going to be hard to take over our space because we are showing physical representations of the property someone is buying. That being said, it's hard to artificially generate an exact space without seeing it. So us as photographers will still be relevant for a long time, don't you worry. But like I said, I really don't think we have much to worry here with Zillow. As long as you're still offering as many services as possible, photography, videography, 3D floor plans, virtual tours, maybe even you do actual floor plans. Maybe you're teamed up with an appraiser. The ability to provide a one-stop shop or more services offered is a great thing, especially in today's market. But realistically, you just being in touch with your agents and clients is what's going to make you stand apart the most and retain the clients you already have. I don't know a single agent flocking to Zillow for any of their services, so I doubt this will be another one. And just like everything else, a year from now, they'll be trying a different tactic matter because they lost a ton of money going into something they don't know anything about. As always, keep rocking and rolling, enjoy what you're doing, make smart business decisions. And Brian, if you're still watching, I can't wait to see what you hear about this. Catch you next time.